And then back to Cardladder to the rim. Oh, great block. James out of nowhere, skies to the rim. Boyd took the advantage and played on from inside the center square. Boyd kicked the goal. Boyd kicked the goal from inside the center. Here's Aloisi for a place in the World Cup. He's hands right back up.
Live it, breathe it, love it. All sports, double coverage.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Double Coverage. We hope you're still living, loving, and breathing sport. I am Dom with the great man Sauce, and we're back at it. How you going, Saucy?
Good, Doma. I am well. Back another week, another show. It's been a big week in sport. We've got some massive previews. Obviously, the F1 coming up this weekend, which is the second last race of the World Championship title race, and it's getting juicy to say the least. And then obviously our usual around the world, whatever we cover, UFC and the likes. And maybe we might just have a little bit of a cheeky honourable mention on the boxing front when we get there. So
I think we will.
Yep, there we go. We've got the usuals in the chat. Good to see you. How are we, Alex, mate? How are you? And Adam, thanks very much, mate. We decided to update the backdrop finally after how many shows? But yeah, got it done. And Bathurst, there we go. Honourable mention, Bathurst this weekend as well.
Scafey still driving. Garth Tander. Garth Tander was my favourite. I love Garth Tander. He was good. He was real good. All right, so let's start in get the show on the road. And just to keep people sticking around, Le Mans of the Week is back this week. Saucy's he's on tilt and he's ready to explode. And I actually am looking forward to it.
I can't believe what is this company, what is going through their brain. We'll find out more, but they're getting a serve.
We'll start with the NBA, though, as we do each conference. And I tell you what, it's shaping up to be the West right back in the thick of things here. Starting to get their records up, starting to beat the Eastern teams, starting to really play great basketball, pulling it together. But we'll start within the East, and Brooklyn's on top, 15-6. Big win over the Knicks today. KD and Harden seem to be finding form, which not for anything. They don't even try in the regular season. They'll try when it counts, and that'll be in 3 months' time. That's when they'll start playing basketball, Sauce. Bulls in second, Heat in third, Wizards in fourth, Milwaukee up into fifth now, Charlotte in sixth, the Knicks in seventh. Stop me anywhere, Sauce, if you want to talk about some of these teams, but it's been more just run-of-the-mill stuff in the East. The Cavs.
Yeah, I think we're getting towards the things are balancing out a little bit. There are probably a few teams there that still have some improvement. I think Indiana is definitely one that I would see potentially pushing up into playoff contention for sure. Milwaukee, yeah, we're seeing, as much as you want to say it, Chris Middleton matters to that side.
He does, man. He does.
He came back and, they've, been into the flow of things. They've won 7 straight, Donna, 7 in a row, 8-2 in their last 10.
Pretty good.
So pretty decent. And that's, no coincidence. It's all on the back of he came back 5 games ago, Chris Middleton, and they've just been dominating or something. So
I'll put out a reel and a TikTok today regarding that, about the importance of Middleton and Grayson Allen in that team. More Middleton than Grayson Allen, but that team's completely just transformed. It lessens the load on Giannis. He doesn't have to do everything. So, as you know, you need a co-star, mate, to make things happen in this league. And what do you know? Chris Middleton's turned out to be the 2 after all the flack we gave him. So
it's good. I'm happy for him to prove us wrong, Doma.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I
didn't believe in him. Not that I didn't believe in him. It was just we need to see it when it mattered. And he shut us all up. didn't he, in the
Definitely.
finals last season? So
Definitely did. Cavs in 8th. They got Evan Mobley back, which is good. In 9th, Philly. Embiid returned his first game. He dropped 40, I'm pretty sure, on return against the Timberwolves during the week, which was very nice to see. Atlanta in 10th, Boston 11th, Toronto 12th, Indiana 13th, and then Detroit is 14th, and Orlando without Cole Anthony, still not back from his injury, and Suggs is now hurt source, out for a while. He has to have surgery on his thumb, I'm pretty sure, Jalen Suggs. So
it's part of
lose
the
their
game.
rookie.
Part of the
It's
game.
It is the game.
It is the game. We also seen Jamal Murray, going out, which we'll mention when we get to them
We definitely
on the
will.
Western side. But yeah, it's unfortunate. It is unfortunate.
We'll jump on to the Western Conference, and with no loss November, the Phoenix Suns are 18-3 and on top of the West, equal best record with the Golden State Warriors. They won the matchup today. They held Steph to his worst, Bridges held Steph to his worst shooting performance of his career. He was, I think, 6 of 20 or 4 of 20 source. Shot like 2 of 12 from 3. It wasn't great. He got killed. Phoenix are looking the goods. They lost Booker early on with a hamstring. I think it was like start of the second, and they played out the rest of the game without Booker and got the job done. I don't know how long he'll be out for. I don't expect it to be too long. I don't think it was a tear. Just strained his hammy a little bit. So, but Phoenix are looking the goods. They started off terribly. They were 1-3, and then they've rattled off 17 straight. Your thoughts on this team, Source?
I mean, what can you say? They won 17 in a row, Dom. There's not much else you can say. They're playing phenomenal basketball. They have the best, one of the best defenses in the league. Golden State's up there with them, and Utah's up there with them as well. But the way that they move the ball, obviously, it's much of what we've got from them last season, isn't it? They've just stepped off where they left, and I think there's a real fire underneath them. They fell one, spot short last season, and I think they want to make that next step this season, which is obviously winning the chip. And they're heading towards that way. I mean, I don't see how they don't finish with this start, 18-3. I don't see how they do not finish in the top 2 in the Western Conference. It would have to be, significant injuries to CP3 and Devin Booker for an extended period of time for them to potentially not get there. I think genuinely, and if you want to know my real answer, I genuinely think it's probably, if you're going to lose one of the two, you probably want to lose Booker over CP3. For a period of time, if I was to choose, not that you want to lose any, but Booker did get injured. We don't know the extent of that, but
I don't think it was that severe. It's nothing to worry about.
Look, let's be honest, right? Booker had the side before CP3 was there, and they sucked. CP3 comes there, and they're a whole new ball club.
Booker was like, he's proven he's a good player, and yeah, they didn't get the job done. The Milwaukee team was just better, but he was genuinely, I don't care he shot 72 in a game or whatever the hell he's done. He was genuinely, in my opinion, he was overrated for what he was, Devin Booker. He did nothing with that team. Oh, he's this great thing. He's this great mythical presence on the court. He did nothing. He was inconsistent. He was hurt. I'm with you. Like, he was borderline like overrated. Chris Paul came in, he's a floor general, is the glue to the side, keeps them all together, and they're humming. And not for anything, Booker's look much better not having the ball in his hands all the time. It just shows that he's been able to transition, and he's shown that he's turned into a great player. I'm not saying he's overrated now. He's definitely not. He's proven to be a bona fide star in the league, and like, he's shown he can transition into an off the ball player. He can run the offense if he has to. I don't know. They're just looking really, really, really good really good. And to beat Golden State, that's a great win to have. So that's the matchup. They're the two best teams in the West. I can't see any other team coming close to these two guys. Nowhere near. You tell me who in the West is going to challenge these two teams. And Clay still to come back for Golden State. So
yeah, I don't know. I think the Clippers are probably one that you'd look at when Kawhi comes back.
Yeah,
Kawhi comes
call.
back
Yeah.
maybe after the All-Star break.
Jamal Murray's not making a difference for Denver.
Yeah, Denver. Look, as much as I want them to take that next step. I just don't think they're ready. You're gonna have Jamal Murray coming back off a injury. He did he do an ACL?
Yeah, it was his ACL.
Tough injuries to come back off.
Yeah, I know.
So they get those guys back. MPJ's out for the rest of the season. He's done. Pack that up.
Yeah.
So they're going to struggle. Utah, I spoke about them last week. As much as you want to say that, Utah potentially could, rock some of these teams, they get to the playoffs, they fall short. They need to prove that they can take the next step. And I'm not putting them over Suns and definitely not over the Warriors, especially with the guys that they have to come back. Obviously a bit of a hurdle today where they didn't beat the Suns, but it all goes hand in hand.
They're going to play each other. Game. They're going to play each other 4 times, mate. That's the first time they played each other.
We'll see. We'll see how if they can keep Curry quiet in the next game. It will be interesting to see. But good job by Bridges shutting down that extra length.
Just a few. Adam saying, how about Giannis showing off his cardboard collection in the press conference? Don't worry, we'll get to that in Hobby Talk. Cosmic's here with the big Zion. Yes, we're going to be talking about that a bit as well. Global Shared, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Do you think PSA will come out with good news tomorrow? I have zero expectation of PSA. Zero. And if I've got zero expectation of PSA, just imagine what my expectation is of BGS. So a lot of people have said, source, like we can talk about it a bit in Hobby Talk, but a lot of people said, "Oh, they haven't given us the news." They said in 2 weeks they'll give us news. Oh, people be patient. Like, but I don't expect anything.
You've been patient for 12 months to get your cards back, so just patient that little.
Yeah, whatever. Global says don't sleep on the Bucks. Yeah, we meant in the West. No one can beat those two teams in the West, I don't think. We'll continue on. Utah in 3rd, Dallas in 4th, Memphis in 5th. Obviously lost Jamal Murray, but Saucy's boy JJJ has stepped up and he's playing fantastic basketball. He's taken the reins as the man on that team. So looking good, Sauce. Looking very good.
We need him to do more, Domo. We need him to do more. He's got to elevate his game. Jar out. He's got to, start putting up 25 a game and leading that team.
Definitely. Clips 6th. Minnesota's got a winning record at the moment, 11-10. They've played pretty good. Russell's
exciting to watch. They're exciting to watch the Timberwolves and Anthony Edwards he's a player. The sooner that franchise realize that your number 1 option is Anthony Edwards and your number 2 option is Karl Anthony Towns, and D'Angelo Russell is somewhere on the Sacramento Kings, and they get some other pieces in there. The sooner they realize that, the sooner they'll be much better. So, good improvements by the Timberwolves. But I don't expect it. If they sneak into a playoff spot, if they sneak.
I'm clipping that 100%. That comment. I'm clipping that 100%. That's so.
If they the Timberwolves, if they sneak into the playoffs, there's a chance. I'm not saying they're not without a chance. I think they're within a chance to get into that 8th spot.
100%.
So, and that would be a massive improvement for them if they can get in there and make the playoffs. So, look out for them. They're not an easy beat team, but they have had a decent start. We'll see when the adversity hits. Because I could nearly put my whole house on it that at some point during the season, Karl Anthony Towns will find himself on the sidelines due to an injury.
Sure.
And we'll see how the team fares without one of their key guys. Because Anthony Towns has been huge starting the season. He's played very well. Towed up my boys, the Lakers, in one game as well, where he was just on fire.
We'll talk about your boys, the Lakers. They're next up. They're 8th. They got a win today on the back of Westbrook. You had a 40-8 run. You were down, 40-8 run. Got the W. Thanks for coming. I know. No LeBron. He's in COVID protocol. Crap again. Man.
Yeah, it's interesting. The way Anthony Davis is playing right now, if he continues this through to the end of the season and the ways, which I don't expect him to, he's too good of a player to not put it together. But he's been dreadful, Dom. I'm being honest. He's been really, really average. Shooting, I think he's shooting like 15% from 3 or something like that.
Oh.
And it's horrific, man, horrific. You already got Westbrook. Westbrook's shooting better 3 than him, so that's saying something, right? So when you allow that to happen, Anthony Davis, you need to pull your finger out. Yeah, but then yet again on the bright side, we got LeBron back, and he in the games he came back, he dominated. We did losing to that triple on overtime to the Kings, which is pretty shameful if you ask me. The fact that it took us triple overtime and then we even lost.
It's because you played no defense, mate.
Yeah, look, we need to tighten things up. I'll be the first one to say here that the way the Lakers are playing right now, to even put us in the sentence of winning the title is just completely you'd be completely delirious, Doma.
You're 27th. You're 27th in defense. 27th. Well, you're third. It's not good basketball. Sorry, 3rd in points allowed.
Yeah, not good basketball.
It's not good. But in saying that, you are putting out 111.5 points a game. So if you tighten up the defense, and a lot of things can.
When we won the championship, we were top 3 defense, Doma. So you need to get that defense
chips, mate.
That's exactly right.
Especially when you get to the playoffs. Denver in 9th. Jokic dominated against Miami. Then he went out and had a party with his brothers in Miami after. It was pretty funny. His comment was good as well, that he said he played in Serbia. So like when they were booing him, the fans, he goes, I don't care about people booing me. He goes, I played in Serbia. It's like,
yeah.
What he's trying to say is he's trying to say you like to supporters over there. This is the Mickey Mouse Club, mate. You think I give a shit?
It's nothing compared to what they cop in Europe.
Exactly. Blazers in 10th, Sacramento in 11th, Spurs in 12th, Oklahoma in 13th, New Orleans in 14th, and Houston in 15th. Pals have got some good news. Big Z's back. He could be back in a week or so, 2 weeks. It's good news.
Ladies and gents, if you've got those Zion cards that you've been holding on to,
if it's the Saucy Smoky,
get them up on eBay, get them listed, maybe a bit higher than usual. Feel the offers because it's just going to take him to come back, and he puts up back-to-back 30-point games and has a couple of highlights, and people will be looking for some Zion cards to snap up. So, definitely if you're looking to sell some Zion, would be a good time to get it up there. But yeah, excited to see him back, Doma. You know how much I like this guy. Always a concern. The weight issue is always a concern. Never not going to be a concern until he maybe gets it under control. But if he can sort that out, he will be unstoppable. He'll literally be unstoppable. Like, he's already unstoppable, but he'll be unstoppable to the point where, it will allow him longevity in his career, longevity in being able to remain on the court. 2 seasons in a row, 2 seasons started off with an injury, not the way you want to be starting the season.
Not at all. All right, so on to league leaders for the season. KD, 28.6 points per game on top. Curry, 27.8. Giannis, 27. Jokic, 26.2. Trae Young, 26. Rebounds, Gobert, 14.5. Jokic, 13.7. Capella, 12.7. Valanciunas, 12.4. Shout out to Valanciunas, who went like 8 from 12. or something the other night. Had 39 points. He just dominated. Sabonis 12 boards and the assist. Chris Paul 10.1, Harden 9.3, Trae Young 9, Westbrook 8.6, and Luka the Don 8.3. All right, Sauce, on to Premier League. We're not going to stay too much on this. We covered a fair bit of this on Soccer Card Collective. I'll just give a quick rundown of the results. Arsenal 2-0 over Newcastle, Brighton 0-0 with Leeds, Norwich and Wolves 0-0, Liverpool 4-0 over Southampton, Palace lost to Aston Villa 2-1, United, Chelsea 1-1, 2-1 City win over West Ham, 4-2 Leicester win over Watford, Brentford 1-0 winners over Everton, Leeds 1-0 win over Crystal Palace, and Norwich and Newcastle drew 1-1. There's a lot of early games, midweek games this week. On to the schedule. There's games tomorrow morning, Saucy. Southampton, Leicester, Watford, Chelsea, West Ham, Brighton, Wolves, Burnley, Villa City, Everton, Liverpool, Spurs, Brentford on Friday. Friday morning also is United, Arsenal at Old Trafford. So our mob coming up against each other. It's a pity that it's a 7:15 game. I'm going to be at work.
Be a cracking live stream, mate.
It would have been hilarious. We've just been abusing each other. Then Saturday night, West Ham, Chelsea. That's the 11:30 game, so it's a nice one. Then we've got Newcastle, Burnley, Southampton, Brighton, Wolves, Liverpool, Watford, Man City. Then on Monday, Leeds, Brentford, United play again against Palace, Spurs, Norwich, Aston Villa, Leicester. Then on Tuesday, Everton, Arsenal. So it is a full-on packed fixture for the next 7 days, for the next week. And then next week, we've got Champions League as well, which we'll cover on the podcast. So a lot to look forward to in the Prem. All right, Sauce, any comments? Nothing?
No comments. If you want to get our take on the latest results and anything, make sure you go check out the Soccer Card Collective podcast. Doma and myself did feature on the latest episode, so that's why we're not going to talk about it today. Just briefly go over it because we went in depth there. So
I gave my
our takes.
Rangnick take on Soccer Card Collective. So jump on there, have a listen to that pod. The boys doing great stuff there, and if you want that United take, just go have a listen. It's positive and it's mixed emotions, I would say. Next up, Sauce, F1, second last race. You mentioned it at the top of the show. It is a 4:30 a.m. start. It is the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. 7 points clear is Max Verstappen of Lewis Hamilton. Toto Wolff during the week came out and said that the car is in the best shape it has been all season, and it seems to be getting better. So it's worrying signs for Red Bull at the moment. Very worrying signs. But that race is at 4:30 a.m. Once again, check your local guides if you're not from Australia. That is 4:30 a.m. Our time here in Melbourne. So Queensland, Sydney's same as us, Western Australia. Check your local guides. All right, Sauce. UFC. What do we got?
UFC, there was no card on the weekend, so I'll just preview the upcoming card. But as I said, we're really, really looking forward to Sunday, the 12th of December. There'll be Sunday, the 12th of December here in Australia. Will probably be the 11th, Saturday, the 11th in the States. It's UFC 269. That's really what we're looking forward to. But this weekend, we do have a card. We've got UFC Fight Night Font versus Aldo.
Aldo.
The main card, I'll run through it from the bottom. Welterweight division, you have Brian Barberena against Darren Weeks. In the middleweight, you have Brendan Allen against Chris Curtis. We got the light heavyweight, Jimmy Crute, the Aussie, against Jamal Hill. So tune into that one, ladies and gents. Jimmy Crute, the Aussie, obviously looking to bounce back after his loss to Anthony Smith. And then lightweight division, you got Clay Guida against Leandro Santos. And the lightweight division, you got Brandon Riddle against Rafael Vivsvi. And then the main event, Rob Font against Jose Aldo. Should be a good fight night. Some decent cracking fights on there. Jimmy Crute, obviously looking forward to that one. The main event will be a cracker. as well, and the co-main event, which both guys have a professional MMA record of 10-1. So two very winning full fighters there going head to head, which is interesting, always interesting. But that's
Like
it. That's it, Doma.
Very nice. We're
previews.
flying through it, as you can see. It's been a big week in sport, but it's not been crazy. We will talk about. I know we didn't give our take on it, but we will talk Ballon d'Or on Crunch Time. So if you want our responses to what transpired yesterday morning, listen to Crunch Time, because I've got some things that I want to say. I know Saucy's probably got some things. I know that Lukey and Ant definitely are going to have some things to say about it. So stay tuned for that. Also, NFL up next, Sauce. Week 12. I can't believe it's week 13 this week of the season. There's 5 weeks left.
Get to the juicy end.
It is.
Juicy end. As Aaron Rodgers said, the weather starts to get a bit colder, and that's when he knows that the juicy end of the football season.
They're flying, by the way, the Packers. My tip.
Back?
I wrote them off after the first 2 weeks.
You did write them off. You did write them off.
Doma, before we get into it, Global says AFL draft thoughts. Oh, we probably could have covered that. We probably could have covered it.
I'll be honest with you, Global. I'll be honest with you. I don't look enough into these youngsters to care about the AFL draft.
I do.
I care when they come into the AFL and they actually do something.
Yeah.
Like
I do.
You need to show me that. You need
That's
to show. Yeah, Dom is a bit more. I don't follow that. Like you need to. There's a difference being you can be drafted in, and we've seen so many guys they draft in, they get to the big leagues and they just don't cut it. I mean, even guys like Matthew Rao, like they don't really impress me. I understand he was the number 1 pick. I've watched him a few games. He's good. Don't get me wrong, but he doesn't impress me that much. He's a big body. That's why he probably went the number 1 pick. But I'm not going to take that anything. Congratulations to the guys that got drafted. It's no small feat to make it to the AFL. But me personally, I don't look into the draftees as much in the AFL as I would probably NBA, especially. But that's just because I don't know. I don't dive much into it. I never have been. When I used to do Super Coach, it used to be a lot different. But when you're not doing those, fantasy, it's more see what happens on the field when they play, not what they do in the under 18s Tab Cup, which is it's nothing compared to the AFL.
The one guy to watch, because obviously Sauce is not the big fan of the NAB Cup and them playing against each other and doing that stuff. Yeah, hopefully barring injury and transitioning pretty well. The number 1 pick who went to my mob, North Melbourne, actually played his whole his prospect season leading up to getting drafted in the Sandful against men, and he gave him a bath. He was like one of the best players in the whole entire competition. So looking forward to seeing what happens with him. We drafted very, very well. I'll give my prediction early. 13th. We'll get another first round pick. 9th. I'm just telling everyone. So 2022, 13th. 2023, 9th. Another top 10 pick. 2024 and beyond, finals. And I said in 5 years, we'll make a prelim. So with the development of our kids. And I'll tell you a team that's not too far away from that either, Sauce, and that is your mob. But we'll do a bit of a preseason dive into that when it gets
closer.
I genuinely reckon your side and my side, we both have young talent that we're developing that could be absolutely unbelievable. So that could be anything.
Apparently, I've read some articles that apparently Essendon's got one of the deepest midfields in the comp. Now after our recent draftees, which is I had to have a bit of a giggle. I had to.
You got Dylan Shield. You're not going anywhere. So
these people that writing the papers and articles are absolute muppets sometimes. I got no idea.
But you did draft pretty well, the Bombers. But very happy overall with what North did. I'm very happy for all the kids that got drafted as well. Watch out for Nick Dacos. I watched him play, but as Saucy said, I'm watching him play at a NAB Cup level, NAB League level, and he just dominated. He's just so good. His awareness is different to other kids, so hopefully that transitions pretty well for him in the AFL. All right, into week 12 of the NFL. We had Stop Me Sauce. If there's any games you want to chat about, I know we're probably going to stop on the second game here, but Bears defeated Lions 16-14 on a game-winning field goal. We had Raiders defeating the Cowboys, Sauce. Now, it's an upset. The Raiders are 6-5.
Massive upset.
Cowboys have lost their last 2 in a row, 3 in a row, potentially 2 in a row. I was listening to my boy Colin Cowher during the week, and he said something, Sauce. Obviously, there's no Amari Cooper. They got a lot of guys out. CD Lamb's out. And pretty much just said that Ezekiel Elliott is finished. Like, Tony Pollard should be the guy. He's twitchier. He's a better player. Like, he should be the first option to run the ball. They're just struggling. I know they got a lot of guys out and stuff, but in saying that, I get it. But it's no excuse. You can't be losing to the Raiders. No Renfro. Ruggs has gone to jail. No coach.
They gave up 36 points, Dom.
I know.
That's the more worrying thing. They gave up 36 points. They put up 33, which is not a bad score. But you gave up 36. That defense has got to be better. Got to be better.
100%. Completely agree. We had Bills defeating the Saints 31-6. Buccaneers beating your boys 38-31. You're very unlucky. You had the jump on them. It was like 23-6 at halftime.
Yeah.
And then Alberto Del Mondo of the NFL came out and just went,
I said we'd lose.
Get the hell out of here. How did my boy go, JT?
He struggled.
Did he?
Didn't have the best game.
Well,
Did not have
Bucks
the best game.
Up to 8-3 now with their record.
They
The
contained
Jets
him very well.
Jets got the W against the Texans, 21-14. Giants beat the Eagles. Obviously, Daniel Jones was on the hot seat going into this game, and he got the job done against the Eagles. It wasn't the prettiest game, to be honest, but he got the job done. My boys have won 4 straight now, 33-10 over the Panthers. Tua highest completion percentage, 87.1 in a game by a Miami quarterback with 30-plus pass attempts. I could be eating...
He turned the corner.
I could be eating my words on this guy. Like, he just plays the percentages and just gets the passes and gets the job done. Sauce. I said I don't collect backups. I probably should have just taken all the cards when they got offered to me.
Yeah, people are offering want to give you tour cards for free. I don't collect backups. And you said I don't collect backups.
I actually hope I eat those words, but anyway.
But look, maybe he's not. He's not a star. He's not a Rodgers. He's not a Mahomes. He's not at that caliber. But he's a serviceable quarterback that in the right system can win your football games. Maybe that's what Tua is. If what we've seen, the way he's been able to pass the ball and accurately, and if you make very minimal mistakes in the NFL as a quarterback, you will remain in a job for a long time.
100%.
Because not turning over the ball, looking after it, obviously completing your passes at a decent clip is going to, that's needed as well, which he has been doing. So if he can do that and keep doing it, maybe he sticks out at Miami. Who knows?
He actually could. Well, at the moment, I'm eating my words. I'm not apologizing for shit yet. I'm going to do the Conor McGregor. I'm apologizing for absolutely nothing because I haven't been proven wrong yet. Next up, we had Titans getting slapped by the Patriots. New England Sauce, here's a fun little stat for everyone out there, has outscored their opponents 135-33 over their last 3 home games. 102 difference in points. They have been slapping teams, and Mac Jones is worth 2K.
and Mac Jones is the GOAT, and he's better than Brady. That's what the prices is fucking telling us.
Legit.
Seriously, look, I understand it. The hype, we see it all the time, but ladies and gents, collectors out there, if you are buying Mac Jones cards at this point in time, you are a fool. You are a fool. Literally, you are a fool.
You gotta wait. You gotta wait for him to dip.
Wait for him. as much as the Patriots, as good as the Patriots, as much as I want the Patriots to do well or don't want them to do well, I don't really care. But as well as they're doing, they ain't going to win the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you this right now. I'll look straight down that barrel right there and say the Patriots, the New England Patriots, will not win the Super Bowl. So by me saying that, that means anyone who's buying Mac Jones cards right now, you're wasting your money, because when they get knocked out and they've forgotten about the Patriots and how good Mac Jones has been this season because they just got knocked out, his cards will literally be 1/4 of the price they are now. Maybe even 1/6 of the price they are now. So
Buyers beware.
buyers beware.
James says I shouldn't buy Mac Jones, Dom Russ RC for 1,000. No, by all means, if you feel like spending that money on that, that's all right.
Just take that $1,000 down to King Street, James, here in Melbourne, and spend it on the establishments there.
And go to Cherry Collectibles.
Go to Cherry Collectibles. That's it. You have more fun.
The establishments. Next up, one guy that's going to be spending a lot of time in establishments is Big Ben, because he's done. And Colin said it on the herd, and I agree with him. It had to be done this way, Source. It had to be. Because Pittsburgh, this is now my opinion, Pittsburgh have had rocks in their head for the last 3 years. Not looking. He
should have been gone 3 years ago.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Not looking to find a replacement for him, sticking by him. So it had to end this way. It had to end in this, like his last season pretty much had to end with him just getting slapped in games. Getting slapped. It had to, because he's stubborn. The franchise is stubborn on getting rid of him. Oh, he's still got stuff left in the tank. No. Can't you see what everyone else is doing? They've got a backup plan. Like Jimmy Garoppolo's I know he's not on the way out, but they still drafted Trey Lance.
Yeah, and he's young. Jimmy
you got
Rudolph.
You got Rudolph, yeah, but you got Rudolph with Big Ben. He's shown that he's no good. So you should just keep on drafting a QB till you find someone that you think can replace him. Don't waste it on other positions, because those players are going to get wasted if you don't have a quarterback.
They're in for some suffering.
Anyway, they got smashed 41-10. They've lost 3 straight starts versus Cincinnati for the first time. Big Ben has lost 3 straight starts against Cincinnati for the first time in his career. Rightly so. Joe B and his mob there, 7-4 Source. That's actually a really, really good record for the Bengals. Really, really good. Next up, Falcons beat the Jags 21-14. Chargers lost to the Broncos 28-13. The Packers beat the Rams 36-28. Rodgers' 4-0 career record at home versus the Rams. That is including playoffs. We had then the 49ers defeating the Vikings 34-26. Then we had the Ravens beating the Browns 16-10. Browns are 6-6. They're finished. And then Washington beat the Seahawks, another team that is also finished. They beat them 17-15. The bye teams were the Cardinals, who are 9-2, and the Chiefs, who are 7-4. All right, so we'll get on to this week's games. Cowboys at Saints, Giants at Dolphins. I'm telling you, Sauce, my boys win. We go 6-7. We're looking pretty good. So I'll be happy with that. The confidence there. Colts at Texans. You should get a win this week. Vikings at Lions. Eagles at Jets. Cardinals at Bears. Chargers at Bengals. Buccaneers at Falcons. Jags at Rams. Washington at Raiders. Ravens at Steelers. Now, they could get smashed in the mouth again, the Steelers this week. 49ers at Seahawks. Broncos at Chiefs. And Patriots at Bills on Monday Night Football, which is going to be
big game. I want the Bills to win.
Cracker. That is going to be a cracker.
Because I had written off the Patriots in the preseason preview to win that division. So
teams on the bye: Panthers, Browns, Packers, Titans all have the bye. All right, so done and dusted. Sport wrap up done in 40 minutes. It is a world record at the moment. Our pace. Le Mans of the week. It is back. I know everyone's wanted it. It's been on a hiatus for 2 weeks, but no one was really worthy, Source. No one. But you mentioned something to me, and you said I have to give it. There's some a company out there that has to cop the award and has to get nominated for Le Mans of the Year. To set the scene, Source, take it away.
So if anyone has been following us, obviously we dabbled a bit into NFTs. We tried to make a series out of it. It was called NFT Millionaire until we until it didn't really get off the ground because there was the logistics of swapping NFTs and the gas fees on OpenSea was just a killer. So it didn't seem feasible because we wanted to start with a small amount and then potentially build that up to become millionaires. It sounded like a great idea at the time. I mean, everyone wants to be a millionaire, but it didn't quite kick off. But in our first foray into that, if you go watch that episode, NFT Millionaire episode 1. And that will be the first and the pilot episode that never has a second episode. We doubled into Topps NFTs. So we went on Topps NFT, I think .com it's called, and we went in, bought some Bundesliga packs. We opened them up, and we listed stuff on the marketplace. We sold them, and that was that, right? We've tried to give that Topps platform a go. We waited. We've been on there, 3 months, Doma? We did that video about 3 months ago. In 3 months, we haven't seen any improvements on the platform. We haven't, the listing process is really slow and just timely. No improvements on that front. Loading times on the site is really slow, so no improvements on that front. So, all in all, we sold what we could, and our money is now stuck in there. So if you're outside of America and you use Topps NFT, you can't actually get your money because you got to have an American bank account to connect to it to then get your money, even though it's an NFT crypto-based platform that don't have crypto withdrawals. Work that one out. So there's another, not very good improvement for an NFT platform, which is crypto-based. You'd think you could get crypto withdrawals, so you don't need an American bank account. You could just withdraw to a crypto wallet, which would make sense, right? So where am I going with this? Well, in absolute disbelief, what was put in front of me was Topps Total Football or something, right, Doma? That's what it was called. I'll bring it up on Instagram and I'll share their page so people can see what
follow it if they want to.
What follow it if you want to. I definitely.
It's a bit like Panini Dunk and NFL Blitz. I think the game's going to be a bit like. So
yeah.
Anyway,
so here it is. Here, Topps Total Football Game. Topps Total Football Game. It is a app that is getting built at the moment. It's only available to people in Italy and the UK. On December the 6th, it will be available to every other person within Europe. And I think the worldwide release is around about 20th of December, just before Christmas or something like that. And essentially, it's an app where you get these cards and you play a game and you earn these coins, and it's on the blockchain. And you get some physical representation of these cards as well, or something in your hand, or something along those lines. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm not giving a shit about what Topps Total Football is. I couldn't give a shit about it. My beef is here is the fact that Topps is putting more money into another NFT platform that isn't their original ToppsNFT.com that is already shit. So why the hell would I spend money and put time and effort into another platform when you can't even fix your first original platform? That's what it is. I'm going to take this rubbish off the screen, Topps Total Football. How, as a company, when you haven't made something well, you've released something at a beta phase, you're doubling in that NFT sector, but to not improve it, to not get it better, and then throw in the face of the people that were invested in your earliest platform being ToppsNFT.com, this rubbish, Topps Total Football, that now you're putting this money into creating an app. Apps aren't cheap to create. Costs quite a bit of money to develop an app. So you're pumping all this money into this and no money into your original platform. So what do you say to all those people that put money like us into the original platform that is trash. It's a piece of shit. Literally.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
Horrendous. Right? Don't waste your time. Don't waste your money. Ladies and gents, don't even go near Topps NFT. I mean, you compare that to Panini's platform. It's night and day. Like, Panini's platform's not brilliant. Their
But it's
Panini
improved.
blockchain platform. But it's improved, and they've made improvements. I mean, their Discord, I see what they're improving. Topps hasn't done none of it. Nothing. They're about at BGS's level in terms of what they've done. If you're comparing it, they're at BGS's level, literally. If you're comparing like what the great companies do and what they
ladies
say,
and gentlemen, and if you're on BGS level, then you definitely are.
A lemon! Topps, you're a lemon. You are a lemon. You are a lemon. Just wasting people's time. Oh, my Lord. That platform is so bad. Doma, tell them how long it takes to list stuff on that platform.
Bro, it crashes like my Google Chrome is like my fan on my computer, everything. It struggles. The RAM, it just like you can't even list stuff. We opened up a pack that we got gifted. We tried to sell the pack to like obviously make the money to get out of it. The pack didn't sell, so Sauce and I are like, all right, we'll rip the pack. Fuck it. We'll just rip it. We got it for nothing, as an early adopter. All right, and then we'll just list the rare cards, and maybe we might sell them, a couple of them $5, up our profit a bit. Couldn't even list the cards. So we've got all these things just sitting there now. We can't take our money out like Sauce said, because if you don't have a specified bank account, then you can't use it. Or you can't take your money out. Just ridiculous. It's shit. It's so bad. So Topps, enjoy that Le Mans of the Week nomination. You're in the running for Adam's lovely Le Mans of the Year trophy card. All right, Sauce. Glad you got that off your chest, mate. Hobby Talk, here it comes, brought to you by Cardladder.
Imagine everything you love about the hobby in the palm of your hand. An entire store at your fingertips. Everything you need to know about cards is within your grasp. Unlock the secrets of the hobby. Plus, so much more. You don't have to imagine anymore. It's here. Cardladder. Get the app today.
Thank you to the team at Cardladder for that. We really do appreciate it. Link in the description. Affiliate. We get a little bit of a kickback if you sign up through that. All right, Sauce. This is where we're starting. All right, I'm getting it up. Here we go. This is where we're starting. Big thank you to Frank from Find Your Trove. We're going to use some of his content here. Bang. This is where we're starting. Now, let's see if this works, Sauce, because I might have... oops. There we go. Oh, look at this. So I've worked out how to zoom in. It's taken me 2 years. I could have just Googled it 2 years ago, mate.
Production value just went up here at Double Coverage.Media, ladies and gentlemen. He's figured out how to zoom in so we can get a quick closer view. Oh, wow.
It's just called Use Your Brain, Dom. Clearly you haven't had one for 2 years. Anyway. Well, anyway. Pull of the year says Find Your Trove. Obviously, the much sought after Zion True RPA 101 logo man from NT. It's on card. I'm actually surprised it's on card, the auto. That's a massive surprise to me. As it says here in the description, it's the most coveted card for modern basketball players. Last summer, there was a bounty of 500,000 USD on blowout cards. He says he doesn't think the job would get done at that price. Saucy, your thoughts on this? It was a long time coming, but it's here.
Massive pull. Was pulled over in China. I'm not sure if you've seen the video.
Yep.
It was.
Lackluster
it was
reaction.
lackluster. Yeah, it was.
I would have.
Let's be honest.
If that was us, we would have just.
The stream would have been shut down, mate. It just would have just gone off, mate. Would have gone off. But
global. Well done, Dom. You've taken it to the next level. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. It's good to see that my parents funded 13 years of education for me to work out something when I could have just fucking Googled it. Sorry, Mum and Dad.
he's just giving himself a right whack there.
Yeah.
Interesting, Dom. Like, obviously, it is the biggest card of the year or the products, of 1920. So, good to see that it's now in circulation. What happens from here, I don't know. I'll be interested to see whether this ends up graded and on golden or what the go is. But I'll tell you right now, if that was me who pulled that, I'll be expressing that shit to PSA and auctioning it straight away. I mean, I'll wait for him to come back, have a few good games, and get that up on auction.
Yeah, don't disagree. And in saying that, let's chat about that very quickly. You might need to bring Cardladder up, but interested to see where Jamal Murray prices have gone since he got injured, and where Zion prices have gone since his return has been announced. Source that they're probably just plateaued until he actually plays a game. But as we know, Zion's still worth more than Jar in the hobby, regardless if he's on the court or he's eating hamburgers and drinking Mountain Dew off the court injured. That's just the way it goes. I'll bring this off for the time being. So it'd be interesting to see where it's at. I would have thought Jar would have dipped just a bit off that injury. I think a lot of it was speculative because they thought it was like a serious knee injury that he was going to potentially be out for a long time, which fortunate enough, it could be 2 weeks, Source. So it's not as bad as we all thought, which is great because you don't want to be losing stars to serious injuries, as we know. There's too many out at the moment with bad injuries. You getting up, Cardladder?
Yeah, got it, mate.
Here he comes. He's going to do his favorite thing, comps and comparing the cards and the graphs, and here it comes. Bang.
Yeah, so this is the compare. Obviously, we're just going to compare the base PSA 10 Prism, which is
it's fine.
It's tough to decide what you compare these days, but we'll have a look at the last month. It's been pretty steady. There has been a little bit of a drop. So in Jar, if you go have a look at the 2-week graph, Jar is down 18%.
A little bit. Yeah,
so is Zion.
Yeah, there you go.
18% compared to Zion's 9%. But it's been a free fall. It has been a free fall for these cards for the last year. If you just look at the year graph, and it's close to $1,000, and it's just been absolute free fall. Which is, to be expected with the base. To be expected.
Global says he's on Jar like a homeless dog on a bone in the moment. I'd be honestly the perfect time to buy Zion. You can still buy him now, really, because his prices are still where they're at. They haven't gone up dramatically. But if you were buying him 2 weeks ago when Saucy gave it as a Saucy Smoky, you'd be laughing.
Yeah.
Just get it in early. The reason why I say buying it 2 weeks ago, it was 9% dearer. But 2 weeks ago, no one was really thinking about it because they're like, oh, he's injured. He's probably going to be out until the new year. No one was really thinking, oh, he's going to come back. And the problem is everyone goes, oh, we'll worry about him when he's coming back, when he gets announced that he's coming back. But the problem is that's too late after.
Yeah, that's probably where you want to have your cards listed and ready to sell them.
So, Jar, you probably want to start buying him a bit if he's dipped. I reckon he's a gun. He's got so much future. Both of them do. And Jars look good. Still got inconsistencies, unfortunately. But we'll see how we go from there. The next thing, Source. Get the Zion up back for 2 seconds. I don't know if you caught this. There's no audio. But this was a very, very funny clip. Just Giannis here. Shows a Bobby P rookie card. Blue. Prism. He goes, it's going to be worth a lot one day. He's put up a Dante DiVincenzo. He goes, I'm looking for Pat Connaughton. He said, if I ever go broke one day, I'll just sell these and make my money. Just have to have a backup plan.
He's got plenty of RPAs of himself, and
Yeah, he's got a lot. He's got every single Giannis
Immaculate.
101 card ever created because he signs them and just holds them. But the reason why I brought that up, I know he made a joke out of it, but it's because he knows the cultural significance of cards and how they are interconnected with the sport and what the hobby is. And it just shows that he's paying attention. If you do remember, like Saul said, he's got a lot of his own RPAs. He did put out that video where he had a whole bunch of his rookie cards. What's not to say that, you know what I mean, he doesn't have other players that he collects. Well, he clearly does because he's showing Bobby P and stuff like that. I know he's mucking around and doing that stuff and trying to show support for his teammates, but it's one of those
wants
things.
to say he's he's got some stashed away, some nice MJ autos, or who knows, Steph Curry.
Global Borders on Galactic a month ago for peanuts. I like it. It's his backup plan. Yeah, nice. Bloody oath, it's his backup plan. I just wanted to point that out there. And the other thing as well that's very interesting, Source, I don't know if you've caught wind of this. You probably have. It's come across your socials or just in the forums that you're in. But a lot of cards now that have got cultural figures in there, whether it be good or bad, just in the background of cards, getting run up. I think there was a hip hop artist that was he killed recently or passed away recently or something, and he's in the back of a Ja Morant card, and they've run up that card like crazy. There's another card where there's these two brothers that they killed their parents. I know this is so grim, but they killed their parents, and then their alibi was that they were at a basketball game. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't do it. And there's actually a basketball card, as Saul said, Mark Jackson card, and those two guys are actually on there, sitting courtside.
Yeah, look,
your thoughts on it?
My thoughts are on this. Just be mindful, because everyone's looking at it as an opportunity to flip this shit Ja Morant Chronicles rookie that no one probably going to give a shit about because he's got 1,000 different rookie cards. So yeah, just be mindful. I wouldn't be buying into the hype of that it has any significance. I genuinely think it's just a way for people to point out, hey, this is cool, and let's create some noise on socials about it, and then try flog them off. So I'm not saying that any account that's posting about that's what they're trying to do, but the bigger accounts that do go ahead and post about this stuff, and I do know that Trove was one of them. I'm not saying that they're doing this directly, but people use that as an opportunity to then go and list their Ja Morant card on eBay and then flog it off at a price that's probably, that Ja Morant card, people were selling it for $5, at its peak. Maybe it was $15 card, but like now it's like a $5 card. So if you're paying more really than $5, $10 max, don't forget it's a base card as well. So just be mindful.
Global. He's a true Greek mentality. It's my card, so it's mine. With his RPAs. That's very funny. But yeah, be very, very cautious with that stuff. I wouldn't be buying it just for, just based on what they think is culturally relevant. I understand what Finding Trove's done. You're just reporting stories and stuff like that. That's what the page has become, which I like that. It puts out stuff, and not for anything in next year in 2022. Obviously, after the M7 series, Source and I are going to take a bit of a break from the special podcasts and stuff. Obviously, we'll have our usual stuff, content coming out, but we just keep cramming in all special. We like to probably do more series type things. And Frank is definitely, from Find Your Trophy, someone we definitely want to get on the show and probably get him on in 2022 at some stage. So it'd be good just to have a chat to him, and he can chat to us about how we went from Capra J cards into Find Your Trove and do all that. But they do a good job reporting the news. Next up, Source got released. We'll do a bit of a look into it. Chronicles Basketball 2021. I'll just quick run through with it. It is now available. On average, each hobby box contains 8 cards per pack, 6 packs per box, 12 boxes per case. Delivers 2 autos. Highlights of the product include rookie cards from favorite Panini products such as plates and patches, Majestic, Limited, Gala, Titanium, and Gold Standard. Also search for Prism Update and Don Russ Optic Traded. New for 2021, find rare autographs in Phoenix, rookie autos, and National Pride signatures. Look for hobby exclusive Platinum 101 parallels for a variety of the product-based sets. Here is some of the cards. Just a run through. XR their Source. Gold Standard. That's a nice card, actually. That Cole Anthony. Gold Standard.
Gold Standard, not bad.
I actually don't.
It's not a bad product, the gold Standard. So
I don't mind that.
I'll be interested to see. I'll be interested to see if this is the lead on for them to then just release Gold Standard back again next year.
It was a great product. I don't know why.
I mean, would you prefer Gold Standard or would you prefer Recon?
Oh, Gold Standard any day of the week.
Yeah. So
any day of the week.
That's all you need to say. It
Honors
looks as though
there.
they've probably gotten rid of the marquee variant out of here, which I'm not happy about.
Hometown Heroes, Crusade, LaMelo Ball. Here it is, the Luminance.
They got Phoenix in here? Or
Phoenix is in this. Phoenix autos are in this, I think. It said.
Yeah, it's probably one of the better.
It'll be down here.
Go. There's the Phoenix there, Anthony Edwards. You scroll up. There's a Phoenix card.
Did I miss it? Oh,
yeah,
yeah, here.
on the left.
Sorry. Yeah. I'm surprised. Would it surprise you if they turn this into a product next year?
No. Yeah, they're gonna add more.
Oh, there's Recon.
Marquee. There we go.
There's some Recon.
You can see. Look how gracefully centered that marquee card is.
Oh.
It's terrible.
Cheapers.
It's terrible.
Hometown Heroes. There's
look. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for Chronicles, Doma. People might not, think the same, but Chronicles is just something that I love to buy and just rip. It's a fun rip. It's packed full of rookies. So, if you're buying it for a kid to rip or someone young, this is the product to buy because, they're going to pull out the LaMelo rookie. You're guaranteed to hit some LaMelo rookies in this, and Anthony Edwards rookies. They're going to get excited. They're going to have fun while they rip it, which is what it's about. It's about having fun as well. So, this is a good product to buy to rip and have fun. So I like doing it. I don't mind it. I'll probably look to maybe enter in a break or two in this stuff. Yeah, that's exactly right, Global. It is a fun rip. And that's what I like about Chronicles. It is a fun rip. You get a multitude of different card types in the one product. You're not just set to the, you buy Recon, you're stuck with just Recon. It's got a bit of everything. It's a bit of fruit salad. So, there's something in there that everyone likes to collect. Yeah, exactly, mate. Definitely buy a box for you.
James was saying Giannis trying to start a Bobby Portis dump. Global loves some Gold Standard. I love Gold Standard, man. I've actually got a card out here because we're going to do our starting 5 for crunch time. Here's a bit of a sneak peek. That's got to be in my starting 5. Kobe from Gold Standard. So, they had the cars just were so nice. The QC on them were fantastic. Fun rip, and his kiddos are going to love it. Yeah, definitely think they will. Next up, we have Contenders Optic Basketball.
I like
thoughts on this one.
I like.
Pardon?
I'm a fan. I'm a fan
of
this.
You are.
Yeah. It's obviously you got the Contenders, standard Contenders, which is not the nice finish of card. It's more like a paper base. Not a thicker stock card, thinner stock. Just the standard Contenders. The Optic, it's more of a thick stock, more on that Prism type card. A much nicer feel in hand, and then it's got that nice shine. You've got the tickets in here, which are always a fan favorite. I like the tickets.
One of my favorite.
Yeah. So look,
I Anthony.
Yeah, I don't mind the Contenders Optic. I'm a fan of it. Unfortunately, boxes of this stuff is going to be nuts. Because I think it's 6 cards per box, one auto
one
per.
auto on average. So it's not really
So
guaranteed.
it's just ridiculous. Like the fact that they can put that in there, one auto on average, and
It should be guaranteed one auto.
yes, should be guaranteed one auto because these are going to be
Expensive products, mate.
These are going to be released at 500 US, man, a pop for 6 cards, nearly 100 US a card, and then you're not guaranteed an auto. Like,
which is stupid.
What are we doing here?
Each box, 6 cards per box. 6 cards per box, 10 boxes per inner case, 2 inner case per master case. Will deliver 1 auto, 2 inserts, and 2 parallels. Additional highlights of the products may include, each Contender's Optic hobby box contains 1 autograph. That's what it says here. Look for on-card autos in rookie season ticket, rookie variation season ticket, veteran ticket, and 1983 tribute auto. Find popular inserts such as uniformity, lottery ticket, and superstars, along with new insert sets including Hoop Dreams, Team Tandems, which you can see down here. That's a nice looking card. Pick and Roll, and Sweet Shots. Search for a variety of parallels, including silver, red, blue, number to 99, orange to 49, green pulsar to 25, black Pandora, and gold, number to 10, gold vinyl 101. Also find insert parallels, red and blue cracked ice. Look for the hobby exclusive super short print black Pandora parallels. Officially will be available officially online at Panini America beginning Wednesday. All right, so I actually like the Tandems card source. What am I doing now? That's a sick looking card. Here you go.
Yeah, there's nice cards in here, and I'll probably
Sweet Shots,
something.
All-Star Aspirations.
I think last season I picked up just a season
card.
ticket, Jaren Jackson season ticket. It's like a second year season ticket.
Season ticket there. Trey, Jar, Tatum, Hoop Dreams. That's actually not a bad looking card. This looks horrendous, by the way. Uniformity. That looks horrendous. That card. Pick and Roll. Hoop Dreams is sick. That is a sick looking card source. I like it. Lottery ticket. All-Star Aspirations. There's just some season tickets, some base, some silver, Jimmy Buckets. Not bad. Season ticket, Seth Curry, uniformity, again. Playing the numbers game, Hoop Stream. More rookie tickets. All on card, which is very, very nice. Wiseman. There's my boy Cole Anthony. Jordan Nwora. It's Saucy's boy. There you go. Lamar Odom source. Legendary Contenders. Kenny Smith.
Yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see that the rookie tickets obviously on card auto, which is good.
Vets.
Yeah, a lot of the other stuff, the vets and that looks like it's going to be slapped on stickers, which is fine. But they've obviously made the effort to go out there and get the rookies on card, which is good.
Global said these will sit on eBay for ages.
I mean, you can still get the 1920 Contenders. There's on your boxes. I think the going rate's probably about 600. I'll look that up, Doma.
Do you want me to move on?
Yeah, move on. I'll just
next up. Thanks to Cherry, a bit of a preview here for Prism Football. It brings the debut of the manga insert. They say here, what price will these fetch? It's going to be interesting. This is the manga insert. Sorry for people listening on audio. I don't mind it. A few infinity stones in the shape of an NFL football. Obviously, just taken the Marvels type of text here and chucked it on the card. I don't mind it. Something different. It's got a bit of a homage, in my opinion, to this bad boy source. If I can find it right now. would be nice because I've actually got the NFL ones. So it'll make sense. So a bit of a homage to type of card like the Fanimations comic book / type manga cards, which they've done early on. But there's Brady, Illumination, Mahomes, Josh Allen. Your thoughts on the design for the Prism card source?
Yeah, well, we know what the basketball is going to look like because it just follows the football. But yeah, pretty
Color
good.
Blast, Jamal
Pretty good.
Chase. That's
So
it on that one.
So there's Prism Color Blast for NFL. Be interested to see if they whack that in the NBA product. Just a quick shout. There's Contenders Optic 1920 hobby box on eBay, $695. I couldn't find a sold listing, but I do know they go somewhere between 600 to 700 USD. So if that's anything to go by, ladies and gents, we've seen products from this year's or from 2021 cost more than 1920, which some people can't believe. When 1920 was supposed to be the bee's knees of draft classes, and 2021 was supposed to be a weaker draft class, as a lot of people predicted in the hobby. That's not what the prices of boxes are telling us, because if it was a weaker draft class, the boxes would be cheaper. So we can fully expect that the box on that Contenders Optic Basketball 2021 product is most likely going to be somewhere around the 500 USD price tag, especially. So 500 to, so as I said, Dom, 100 USD a card. It better be you better hit lucky, because you're in for a grim day, especially if you hit some vet inserts. Where I just had a look, there's some vet inserts literally going for absolutely peanuts.
There you go. Very nice. Next up, just a quick shout out to Supremacy AFL. It's more of a shout out to Select as well, with the type of product that they've put up here. This is a booklet that Cherry pulled. Lockett, Dunstall, Wade, and Gary Ablett Sr. That is a sick card.
Awesome card.
But they've got some other stuff, like that's just a dusty base, number to 45.
Yeah, there's a multiple. No, there's like number to 45. There's also like numbered a bit higher than that.
Is there any more? Yeah, there's a lot of people out there breaking, so feel free to go have a look at some of the cards. The stock looks fantastic. Second last thing to touch on, Source, in Hobby Talk here. Saw this come up. As you know, we've reacted to some of these before from Cherry and other people. But Cherry says, how can you value a card? One method is to figure out the odds of you pulling the card from a pack. Card X, you'd have to bust $10,000 worth of packs to pull it. Card Y, you'd have to bust $110,000 worth of packs to pull it. It paints a different picture. Your thought, Source, when pricing like a chase card, especially from a product, would you go and put it through a multiplier like this? Would you look at previous years and looking at stuff like that? Are you looking at a potential comp to a different product of the same player from the draft class?
Yeah, there's a few things to go into here. Like, obviously, if you can't find a direct comp or something that might be the same card but different player, something along those lines, then it's a tough one. How you value, those SSPs. To say, you would need to open this amount of packs and it costs this much. I'm not going to fall in line and agree with that statement that you would value your card based off how many packs you'd open, because, the way that the pack configuration is these days, that's a lot of packs, and the price could be just stupid for what that SSP could be, especially if you're a collector of a guy. You collect freaking, for instance, there's people collect random guys out there, right? And an SSP of that guy might not necessarily mean that price. How many packs it's going to take to open it. It's a tough one.
The issue though, as well, Source, is like on that statement. I'm not saying it's wrong. Like everyone's got different ways of evaluating their cards. But the thing that a lot of people need to be careful of when they walk into like putting a value on the card is you can run with a theory like that and say, I ripped $10,000 worth of packs and I pulled the card, because that's the odds I had to like go through to get it. But the problem is like that companies like Panini and stuff want you to rip that much money worth of packs to get that card because the card's not worth what you put in most of the time. Unless it's a Zion logo, man, NT 101. You know what I'm saying? So, like, more often than not, they just want you to put the money in to get the value of it. And then people are going to look at you if you're pricing a card at 110,000, for example. They're going to be like, it's worth like 20K, man. It's like, yeah, but I busted this much worth of product to get it. And they'll just look at you and be like, well, that's your problem.
Yeah.
That's what the card's worth.
Yeah.
That's the problem. This is the problem. This is the thing in the hobby that it is a massive talking point, like putting a value on a card. And it's only worth whatever someone's willing to pay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. But in saying that, like, people, if you're pricing cards and you're putting them out there in Facebook groups or whatever, you can price it however the hell you want. You will always get people in the comments dejecting you, whatever you price your card at. It happens.
It happened to me with an F1 box.
Yeah, it always happens.
I got put on flame by the guy. Oh, you'll never sell it. You'll never sell it. And then old Jupester put a call out for F1 boxes. I DM'd him and I said, Saw sent me the post that he put out in the group. And I DM'd him. He goes, yeah, I'll buy it for that price.
Yeah. Mate.
It's just, people like... But the other thing too is when you value a card, please keep in mind that more than likely you have to negotiate a price. Like no one's usually going to go out there and say, I'm going to buy a car for $100,000 or $10,000. They want a bit of wiggle room. So whether it be $1,000 or whatnot, I'm just saying it, putting it out there. You don't have to haggle on a price. You could be hard on it, but more often than not, you're probably going to have to go with the best offer.
It's part of the hobby, man.
It's part of the hobby.
Negotiating on stuff. If you're not willing to get a negotiator, or you get upset because someone might throw a number at you and you feel offended, right, yeah. Like
don't get offended.
To be honest, what are you doing in the hobby, man? Because I'm telling you, if I got upset every time someone lowballed me, I would I would already been out. Like, you're getting upset for no reason. Like, it's what happens. So you just got to come back with it and try to work out a deal and see how you go. But it's pricing those short prints, which is what they were referring to, those SSPs. It's tough. It's tough. But there's always a way. There's always a way. And even you can compare it to, potentially a short print have another product that might be semi-comparable. There might be a year before that you can compare it to where, we see with Panini, they pretty much recycle their inserts and stuff. So if it's a short print insert, you can maybe compare it to something else that was the previous year. So there's a few ways you can go about it. But at the end of the day, it's your card. You can whack what price you want on it. No one's telling you it's wrong or right, or that price is people will tell you that it's too high if that's the case on Facebook, as I mentioned, but it is what it is. That's why if you don't want those people, you pay the 10% eBay fee and you just chuck it up on there, mate.
Exactly.
Then you don't have to deal with them. You don't have to deal with the lemons that are unhappy with your price. That doesn't affect their pocket anyway. So that's another story for another day, for another time. We've spoken about it, Doma. Lemons on Facebook who just jeopardize other people's selling opportunities. But it's part of the hobby. And
Adam says-
I just decide not to give those people any airtime.
Adam says he's addicted to Jupe's Instagram live rips. Yeah, he's always gone live. Old Jupe star. Now you know who I sold my box to. I don't even know what he pulled. I'd love to know. I wish he came out and said, "Oh, look, I pulled a Hamilton variation out of your."
Mate, he
box
had that
you
many
sold me."
boxes coming in.
I
He
know.
didn't even know.
He wouldn't
what
even
was
know.
what.
He wouldn't even know. Lucky last before we get to Saucy Smoke, just a quick shout out. I know we mentioned Tyson Beck, obviously with Stephen Curry, and obviously he's got
a
a bit of
Discord, so get in his Discord.
yes,
if
yeah,
you want.
that's what I was going to bring up. Saucy, he's got a Discord. It's got a lot of information about the drops, what's going, like how it's all going to transpire, how you can get your hands on these cards. He's already got the autos in hand, so quick shout out to him, doing fantastic stuff. We're going to be looking to get him on in the next few weeks anyway. So he'll be able to give us a bit of an insight.
I love it how he
come.
pumps it up. He pumps up the no sticker autos, on card autos, and in hand, mate. No redemptions.
it.
And he
love it.
emphasizes the point. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're not aware how he gets this to happen, it's because he pays the athlete fairly what they're worth. That's why there's no redemptions. That's why there's no sticker autos. And that's why he releases one of the best card products in the business, right? That is how he does it, because he pays them fairly. And if you haven't listened to our podcast with Tyson Beck, go listen to him, because he talks about all these things in that podcast. So yeah, look,
he'll be back on. It's going to be a different format, I think, the way we run the next podcast with Tyson. It's more going to be updates, what we can expect, what he'd love to see happen next. It's going to be a lot of interesting, more hobby.
And we might
chat.
we might plan a few ideas in there and
Cristiano Ronaldo or something, or
get his reaction or something. If there's anyone out there that you want to see Tyson Beck do a collab with, make sure you get into our DMs and let us know, and we'll be sure to put it forth to the great man.
We definitely will. He's awesome. He's always giving us time of day, which we really, really appreciate. All right, Saucy Smoky, do you have anything, or is it going to go up in a puff of smoke?
I think it could be going up in a puff. It could be going up in a puff of smoke. I don't have anything. I haven't really been buying much. Just been laying off. Been listing a lot of cards. I've got. If you see in the background, there's a whole bunch of slabs. There's probably about, I don't know, 30 plus slabs there that I'm meant to be doing a sale on Facebook at some point. So look out there. I'll probably drop it in your group global. So at least I won't need to provide vouchers, because the man of the group can provide vouchers, and
that's
so at least people. Yeah, that's the positive. So yeah, not much to go. I mean, I could give a Smoky, but I don't want to give a crypto Smoky, Doma. I don't want to give a crypto Smoky.
Actually, someone DM'd me Source during the week. I forgot to actually mention this to you, so sorry if I'm calling you out straight on the podcast. But they sent me a screenshot, and they said, "Where's Saucy's crypto videos?"
Oh yes, who was that?
I'm not going to mention his name on here, but I'll tell you off. But he literally asked. He goes, "Where is his crypto videos that he was saying?" They want it, Sauce.
They want the people want it. I got to give
they
them the
want
people
it.
Well, get it on board.
James said, "Show us a card, Saucy." That can be Saucy Smoky. Just show us a card.
I have. These are all for sale, so anyone feel free. Anyone want a Giannis auto? I've got one. It's for sale. There you go. MVP number to 25. SGC 9.5. Auto of a 10. Very nice.
Not bad at all.
Not bad. I mean, if it wasn't I say I don't dislike stickers, but I mean, everyone prefers an on card. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I gotta get some more Giannis in my collection. That's all I know. That's gonna be my focus in the next 12 months, is to get a nice Giannis auto in the collection, because while they're still affordable, at the moment, and who knows what happens in the future, whether he ends
He's
up
going to win it again. He's going to win
signing
again.
or keep signing for Panini. I don't know. I don't know his contract situation.
Very
But yeah,
nice.
no Smokey Doma. So I'm not going to
All
I'm not going to
good.
feed people a random
good.
play that I'm not, jumping on board myself. So
Easy. No worries. All right. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. Keep living, loving, and breathing sport. I'm Dom with the Great Man Sauce. It's double coverage. Peace.
Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to leave a review on the App Podcasting app. Also, follow us on socials: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Talking all sports. Double curve.